So do you think the volunteers are going to be mad that it's not about Ka-Chow this year and it's all about La Boo Boo? Are they going to be mad at me?
No, because hear me out. We get a Labubu. We put a Lightning McQueen hat on it and a t-shirt, and then he can be Labubu Ricky Bobby. I want to go fast. I'm number one, Ka-Chow.
Oh my God. Perfectly epic. Hey guys, welcome back to the Dark Collective podcast with your host. I am Miss Red, and then I have the ever so gorgeous, so lovely, who puts up with my shit. Allison is here.
Hi. I love how you called yourself Miss Red like you were talking to my kids.
Oh my God, I completely forgot about that. So, first of
That's
all,
amazing.
I do not have children. I love children. I have 14 nieces and nephews. Allison, when we first met, I did not know she was a mother. I knew she was a wife because her giant husband was standing behind her on the day I met her. But her kids are the cutest goddamn little morsels. You talk about them because people want to know you. Like, talk about yourself.
I mean, I have a 9-year-old daughter and a 7-year-old son who's on the spectrum, the autism spectrum, and they are hilarious to say the least. My daughter was put on this earth to challenge me, and my son was put on this earth to love me. So
Her kids are adorable, and what she was talking about, Harper calls me Miss Red, Miss Red, Miss Red, whereas Hayden will either just say Red or Miss Red. It's one or the other.
yeah,
Or he has called me like the snack lady before, because
yeah,
when they would come in the salon when they were younger, we used to have these like tray of snacks, and they were only there to get their hair cut or go to dinner or both. And so I would always ruin the dinner because I'd be like, Hayden, take all the snacks you want.
yeah. He was just like, give me every single snack, and then he'd get to dinner and be like, I'm not hungry, and I'm like, I hate you. But
Well, yeah,
what can you
and the cool thing about Hayden, I always ask Allison every day. I'm just like, so what did Hayden say today, or what did Hayden say over the weekend, and he always it's the sweetest thing because it comes from a place of good, but it's just so funny because he
Yeah.
acts like a drunk adult, but he's just a
Yes.
cute little kid. Like
There's no filter there, and what comes to mind comes out the mouth.
I know, and like when we're on sinners meetings for volunteers, I love that. What does he say to you?
Oh, he goes, he comes in and he'll do this.
Slide in the screen all creepily and just look weird
so
on the
then
screen.
At one point, we're in these meetings, and I have his head right here, and he goes, all the pretty girls. He loves the Dark Collective, and then seeing all the volunteers, he just is like, you're on a call with all these pretty girls. What are you doing, Mom?
And that's the thing, is it's so innocent, and I love that. I think
Yeah.
it's so adorable.
I as well.
But yeah, you guys, there's not much to update about Sinners that you guys don't already know. But we're really, really, really excited.
Yes. Tons of surprises coming. Everybody's going to have a blast this year. I'm excited to see all of our favorite authors from last year and some of the new authors from this year.
Oh, 100%. So, all right. Well, we have a great episode for you guys today. Who do we have?
We have Aiden Pierce.
Awesome. All right, you guys. So please enjoy. Please welcome the ever so gorgeous Miss Aiden Pierce is here. Hello, my dear.
Hello.
How's your morning going?
Good. I'm not used to being up quite this early. I mean, it's 9 a.m. here, but I'm quite the night owl, so I normally get up around noon.
Oh, actually, so you're on the West Coast. Where are you?
Yeah. I live in Bellingham. It's a town like an hour and a half north of Seattle.
Oh, okay. We're in San Diego.
Right below the border.
We're right there with you. So.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Where are you guys?
So we are both in East County, San Diego.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I go to San Diego all the time because one of my best friends, Kay Riley, she lives there, and we go to bookshops.
Yeah.
We go. I think like the Meet Cute bookshops there, so we go there sometimes.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they just built I think it's in Temecula, which is about 45 minutes north of here.
Yeah,
that romance
Bookery,
bookstore.
Right? Yeah, I just went there a couple of weeks ago.
Oh, really? Was it cool?
It was awesome. It was teeny, but so it was super cramped, but that was a good thing. I think they just opened up like a month and a half ago, 2 months ago.
Yeah.
And I actually went there twice because I love their stock so much. They have a great selection of dark romance and paranormal romance. And I took Kay there. and I met their owner. She's great. Yeah, it was awesome.
That's so cool. Well, let's go ahead and get started. So we'll start out with the basic question that we ask everybody. What genres do you write?
Yeah, so I write paranormal romance, dark romance, and a dash of erotic horror. So basically anything sexy and spooky.
Oh, I love that.
Love it.
Allison and I were looking up like your books and like all the different descriptions. Girl, the bunny. Like we need to talk about the bunny.
Paper rabbit.
Yeah.
I was like, I loved it. I thought it was so like the title and then next to the actual bulk of the story. I'm like, oh, this is the best.
Yeah, that was a fun one to write. While I was writing, I was like, what the hell am I writing?
But it's good. There's people out there that will literally like thrive on it. Like you do have a huge fan base that's coming to Sinners, and it's so cool to meet them because I go to different events with Jenn, and they've talked about you, they've talked about Tyler, they've talked about like other authors that just have a unique style of writing, and I think that that's very important for you to know that you may think that what the hell I'm writing. But me, Allison, people that love stuff like that, were like, "Oh, don't stop! Don't you dare
Keep
stop!"
going.
Yeah. Yeah, I kind of embraced it. Like that's kind of just kind of become my brand now, which is a lot of fun. I have a lot of fun writing those kinds of books. So
do you sit there and you just giggle as you're writing? Like
sometimes, yeah.
Yes.
Especially my circus duet. That got really off the rails, and it was just at that point it was like, okay, well that's the brand. It's supposed to be creepy and weird and what the hell is going on kind of thing. So it was a lot of fun to write.
That's awesome.
That's awesome. So what inspired you to be an author?
So I grew up in a really religious household. Didn't have the best childhood. I wasn't really allowed to express myself in any kind of way, really. Books helped me. I was able to kind of just find sanctuary there and kind of find, escapism there. And I was just kind of, when I was a teenager, I was just obsessed with reading because to me, these authors were making places that I felt more at home than my actual home. And to me, that was just magic. So I always wanted to be like them when I grew up, and now I am.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
So, I have to ask though, like, was there anything that you ever wanted to do other than be an author? Like, was there a moment where you're just like, no, this is what I want to do, but maybe I'll do this? Like, was there ever that moment for you?
Yeah. Probably in my like early 20s when, I'm just getting started and looking for jobs and stuff. I had that moment where it's like, oh, I have to drop my dream and do something a little bit more realistic and something that's going to be more stable and make more money. And I was interested in computers and coding and developing. So I was actually in IT I was in retail for probably about 7 years. And then for another 5 years, I had gotten a really great IT job. Making tons of money, and I thought that that's what I wanted to do. And it's actually kind of a funny story. I worked with my best friend at that job, and he also wanted to be a writer, and we started writing a book together. And I was just having the time of my life, and I kind of like reawakened my love for writing. And probably about a year later, he passed away at the age of 31 from a brain aneurysm suddenly.
Oh my God.
It flipped my whole world upside down. And I just I tried to get back to normal. And I went back to that job every day for about 4 months. And I just got to a point where I was like, wow, I just do not care about this anymore. And I kind of had a long talk with myself and with my husband. And it's like, life is too short to just be spending it doing something that I'm actually not all that passionate about at all. So I quit my job. I took all of our savings and I gave myself 6 months to at that point I had like 4 books published that I was like publishing casually. So it's not like I was starting from scratch. And my job was amazing too. basically it's like, okay, you have 6 months to get your business off the ground, and if it doesn't work, you have a place to come back. So that was really awesome of
That's
them,
amazing.
because I think that really helps take the stress off of my shoulders. And my goal was to make as much money as I did at my day job in that 6 month, and I doubled it actually, and I never looked back. And that was 4 years ago as of April. So I've been a full-time writer for just over 4 years now.
That's amazing. I mean,
Amazing.
again, so sorry for your loss, but
Yes.
what came from it and the passion that you grew from it, that is literally something to look up to. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think everyone has that pivotal moment in their life where it makes you, like, it forces you to make a decision that you weren't maybe ready to make at the time. I put a lot of value in your story because I feel that every time you write, you have that person with you that knows that you want to do it too. And I think that's dope. I think you're a badass. That's amazing.
Thank you.
Of course. Okay. So, of course, going back to the bunny, I can't get over the bunny. So when you're building these, you know, I mean, I've read all the synopsises, and like I did read the bunny book. I'm just gonna throw it in there. What is your process of like building these dark, interesting? I'm not gonna say I'm not the word demented, but I want this to get across. They're not demented. They're just very fun to fucking read, and
Yeah.
I just want to know how you get there.
I mean, that's okay. They can be absolutely demented, and sometimes that's exactly what I'm trying to do. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I saw that question. I'm like, I wish I had some kind like cool process and how I do it, but honestly, like, it just kind of comes to me out of nowhere. I have a lot of weird, erratic dreams. I don't really dream about like people I know and places I've been to. My brain just is making up stories constantly. So I'll like wake up and be like, oh, that was kind of cool, but what if we do this, this, and this? So yeah, with the bunny book specifically, I knew I wanted to do a werewolf Easter bunny shifter thing, and it just kind of went off the rails from there.
No, I mean, unhinged is a good way to describe it, because it's like literally your characters do the things that you're like, they wouldn't do that. Oh yes, they will.
They will find a way.
Yeah, they will find a way, and I absolutely love it. And for like the people watching and listening, you have a holiday horrors series. So it's Easter, Halloween. You have Krampus, you have Cupid.
Yeah, and I have one last one that I'm just about wrapping up now, and it's due to be published in a couple of weeks, and that is my late St. Patrick's Day book.
Oh yes.
Excellent.
Who doesn't love a leprechaun?
Yeah, I love a leprechaun. I love these stories because they have a lot of myth and lore to them as well. Is there any particular myth or lore, I know you're finishing your St. Patrick's Day one, that you haven't explored yet that you still want to?
No, the St. Patrick's Day one was actually kind of the one that I tacked on at the last minute. Like, I wasn't planning that one, and I actually did a live appearance not too long ago, and they're like, are you gonna write a fourth book in the holiday horror series? And I'm like, absolutely not. No, I'm done. And then like a week later I announced the St. Patrick's Day book. Yeah, I knew I wanted to do something with Irish mythology and Baelor of the Evil Eye, who's supposed to be like the embodiment of death and fire. Like this demonic creature with this eye that blasts fire. I was like, man, I can really work with that. Funnily enough, I researched the entirety of the myth, and I'm like, I think I'm going to use just about none of that, and
just about none of it.
Just like, I like the name.
So it was fun researching it, but if someone goes into the book kind of like really excited to read about the myth, I think they'll probably be a little disappointed because I just kind of did my own thing. But
I don't think anybody would be disappointed in your books. It's one of those. How do I explain it? So, going into your books, it's more along the lines of you just reading it like this. Oh my God! Like, you know what I mean? Like, I love when a book does that. It forces every kind of emotion out of you: fear, love, lust, scare, jump scare, what the fuck moments, unhinged moments, like, but because that keeps you in the world, you know what I mean? And that's why people love world building books, because it literally pulls you out of reality and puts you in a place where you're just like, dope, I'm happy to be here. You know what I mean? No, I love it. I'm into it. So again, we love the unhinged. You're in the right place for the unhinged. So when you're not writing all this cool, dark, devious, like paranormal, fun, gonna make you scream your shit fucking heads off, what do you like to do to unwind?
I love hanging out with my husband. He's like the epitome of the golden retriever cinnamon roll guy, which is really opposite from what I write generally. And I just adore him, and he makes me laugh. And like every night I go to bed with my ribs hurting just because of how much he makes me laugh. So if I'm ever kind of like in my head, or it's like, well, that scene was kind of twisted and I need to go do something else, I'll just go watch TV with my husband. And
Aww. What does your hubby do, if you don't mind me
he
asking?
he works for me, actually.
I love that.
He's my in-house artist. He's a fantastic artist. He does about
wow.
probably about 75% of my art. I do hire other artists, but generally we try to use him for most of the stuff. And he runs my website, so he does all my packing for me, and he does a lot of my admin work too. So
That is so cool.
That's great.
yeah, before he was a nursing assistant and phlebotomist at the hospital. He worked in the ER, and that was really hard on him. And we just kind of got to a point in the business where it's like, you know what, I actually think we could make more money if I just have a little extra help. So why don't you quit your job and we can just work on the business together.
You are the first couple I have met where the wife author, husband artist. I've never seen that. That's awesome. That's amazing.
It's awesome. He's done, so I have a special edition that I'll actually have with me at Centers and Stardust. I'm calling it my Mr. Pierce edition because he illustrated everything, the cover, all of the chapter header art. And it's going to be signed by both of us. So we're really excited about that.
Well, that's going into my cart. So
mine too.
The thing is with me though, I'm gonna ask you a small favor. Me, the Dark Collective, we are gonna be running, because we're running the event. Just stop me and be like, read, and then I'll know, buy a book. And then I'll either buy the book right there if I have my wallet, or I'll send someone to do it. So
Probably me.
Sounds good.
Most likely you, yes.
Probably me. I'll be like, I'll take 2.
I'll take 2.
Oh my gosh. So you had like a very interesting beginning to your author career. I mean, you were doing IT, the loss of a close friend, and then finally taking that leap of faith into it. What advice would you give authors that are just starting out, or people that want to become authors?
Yeah, I'd say whatever you do not let yourself compare yourself to other authors, just because everybody's at a different place in their journey. I did that for the longest time, and as soon as I made myself stop doing it, I was just so much happier. So yeah, don't as you develop your author career, you're going to get author friends, and they're just going to be at all sorts of different levels, and sometimes they're going to be doing better than you or making more money than you, and it's just getting in your head about that is just never a good path to go down.
Oh yeah, I think that's great advice, and I love this question. We have a few questions we ask every author, just to keep it simple. So because these are questions that came from attendees actually. So we did a poll when we first started the podcast. I'm what are things that you want to know about these authors if you were listening to a podcast? And what I love about this question in particular, it's different every time, and it can be something very serious, or it can be something very lighthearted. I think for yours, I really like that though, because as hairdressers, we do the same. We're why can't we be as big as them on socials? Why can't we work for that brand? All that kind of stuff. So I get that full-heartedly. I think that it's a very important message. But then sometimes we get messages like, don't trust shipping. And I live for it because it's all important, but it's just different,
Your message especially, that comparison can kill your creativity. Because you get so locked into why am I not where they are, rather than you being your authentic self and doing what you want to do. Because there's especially for authors, there's people out there that will read anything and everything.
Mm-hmm.
So even if you're sitting there going like, why am I not like so-and-so? Don't worry about it. There's a group of people that want you.
Mm-hmm.
So that's like amazing advice for everybody across the board.
Yeah. I can't remember where I heard it from. I wish I remembered, but somebody said the only person that you should be comparing yourself to is you.
Mm-hmm.
So when I start to get in my head about like, oh, why is so-and-so doing so much better than me when they have less books or whatever it might be, I just think about where I started and where I was 2-3 years ago, even a year ago. And I always end up being in a much better mood because it's like, oh, okay, well, I've actually really improved. I've gotten X amount of books out. I've made this much more money. I have this many followers or whatever it might be.
Mm-hmm. And everybody's achievements are different. You know what I mean? And it's important to point out something that you just said is just like, I look at yourself because like I look at myself from 15 years ago. Allison probably checks herself most of the time too. Like even a couple years can make a huge difference. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're going to learn and grow even from your massive fuck ups to your major accomplishments. You're going to learn from it. You know what I mean? Okay. So we actually just interviewed Tyler last week. And I have to know, how did that happen? How did you guys come together to write a book?
It definitely stemmed from our friendship. I've learned that, when I co-write, I'm a firm believer in co-writing with my close friends. And that's kind of how that started. I don't even remember how I started talking to Ty. It's been a couple years now at least. But yeah, we talk almost every day and we have very similar brands and we like spooky stuff. And our books are so similar, but different. Like she is great at contemporary and I lean more towards paranormal. So we're like, well, heck, I bet we can get together and make something really cool together. So yeah, that's kind of
really
how that
cool.
started.
I got to ask you a weird side question.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite horror movie?
I do.
What is it?
Silent Hill.
Silent Hill? Really?
That one freaks me out.
That one's that's a rough one. So for me, like I'm not a huge horror fan, but I love paranormal. So for me, The Conjuring, anything from The Conjuring, I'm into. Like that is, we were just talking about this in the salon, I think the other day. I loved Annabelle. And recently they moved her, the real one, and a house caught on fire. Like literally, the owner said, "Do not move her, do not," and they moved her, and a house caught on fire. And I was like,
"Wow,
I don't know if it's real, but I'm just saying that's what I heard."
Well, and don't they have like other haunted dolls at that Zach Bagans from Ghost Adventures? He has a haunted museum in Vegas.
I really want to go. I just want to see.
Too.
I just want to go. Like I've never been to like anything haunty, like or anything like ghost related, and I really do want to go. Like I just learned like 3 years ago that most hotels don't have a floor 13. I didn't know that. Didn't know. And with all the travel I do, you'd think I would know these things, but it's fine.
And then you go and watch the 13th floor, and you're like, hell no. Well, I worked at a haunted hotel when I did hair at the Hotel Del here in the Hotel Del, California. And it's haunted. And I've had many, many experiences when I worked there for the short 6 months that I worked there. And I think that stuff I'm into it all the time. I love it all. So we should all make a date to meet in Vegas and go to Zach Bagans Museum.
Right.
That would be fun. So
who has been your favorite character you have ever written out of any of your books, or even books that maybe you haven't published yet?
Definitely Meg from my Center Sideshow series, my duet. Just because it's about a circus performer who knows she's half demoness, she's half succubus, and she leaves the human circus to go work at the monster circus. And the whole series is basically about her finding herself and her becoming comfortable in her sexuality and very confident in just who she is as a person. And, she's always strutting around naked on stage and doing her thing, and just absolutely, just without shame. and her guys kind of help her with that. And I love that because just, you know, where I come from and my religious upbringing and, you know, growing up in purity culture. So I just kind of had a blast writing her and her journey.
I love that
Female
though.
empowerment.
Yeah, female empowerment. And I think that your experience, your life experience, has made you create these storylines and these characters that bring to life what you find right. And I live for that. You know what I mean? I live to see how authors bring their characters to life in their own way based on their own personal experiences. But the more unhinged, fucked up, gorgeous, I'm into it. I love it. And I do love a very supporting like partner in the book. Like, and I also, you know, I love the banter. You know, we want the banter. Like, yeah, you're gorgeous. Shut the fuck up. Go do whatever. You know what I mean? Like, I live for that, you know, but it's the support. It's the die hard, we'll do anything, die for you sort of thing, you know?
Yeah. And there's all sorts of that in the Center Side show duet.
Oh, okay. TBR.
Yeah.
That's going on my TBR.
Yeah.
So you have your favorite character. Now, this is one of my favorite questions to ask in these podcasts because the answers are just so freaking amazing. Which of your characters would you have help you hide a dead body?
Probably. Honestly, any of them would be really good at it. But okay. Oh, yeah. So probably Belial from my Deathbound duet. He is the Lord of Limbo. He's literally the god of death. Ooh. And he has a kind of a side hobby of turning like bones, specifically bones of people he like doesn't like, into nice little furniture pieces for his castles.
We love a good arts and crafts.
Yeah.
We love a good arts and crafts.
In the book, he rips out the spine of the FMC's boyfriend and makes a nice little crown out of his spine and proposes to her with it. I mean, he doesn't really let her get a say in it, but he's like, okay, cool, you're gonna be my queen of the underworld now. So
oh my
we're both like, oh my god, like this is everything.
Crown of vertebrae.
Yep.
I love it.
That's so good. Like, girl, I want to be in your brain just a little bit. I just want to hang out there and watch a movie.
Root around.
It'd be weird for sure.
Hey, we're up for
girl, like I'm telling you, I don't know how I'm going to find a way to do this in Boston, but me, Allison, you, and Tyler are going to find a way just to sit down and just conversate. Like, that has to happen. Like,
yes.
That'll be fun.
We're going to make it happen. Well, and then this is my favorite question.
Oh my God.
What are you most excited about for Sinners and Stardust 2025?
I'm so excited for so many things. So I'm going to have a couple of different answers. But I'm excited for seeing some of my best friends. Ty's, of course, is going to be there. I do get to see her at Getting Witchy next month, but I'm excited to see her at Sinners as well. Also, my co-writer, RK Pierce, who co-wrote the Deathbound duet with me, she's going to be there, and I'm very excited about that. And a ton of my other author friends are going to be there. In fact, I think this signing is the one that has had the most of people I know and I'm good friends with, so I'm really excited about that. It's going to be a party. I'm also excited that I have so many special editions that I'm going to have with me.
yay.
I'm going to have a special edition of the Deathbound duet that we're going to be debuting at. It's going to be the Sinners and Stardust exclusive. That'll be signed by both RK and myself. That's pretty rare because usually we're on opposite sides of the country. So either the book is typically signed by her or it's signed by me. But these will be signed by both of us. I'll also have my Mr. Pierce Holiday Horror special editions I was talking about. And I've partnered with, I can't say who yet or for what book, but I've partnered with a really awesome book box that we're going to do.
Cool. Congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah, so we're doing an exclusive at Sinners and Stardust, and the covers are just, oh my gosh, they're panty melting gorgeous. So
melting gorgeous. That's another one we've gotten on here. I love it.
I'm so excited. I know my readers are going to eat them up. So, yeah.
Yeah.
It's
So many exciting
amazing.
things, but I think those are the big ones. Special editions, friends.
There's going to be a lot happening. You know what
A
I
lot.
mean? And we have jam packed that weekend as much as we possibly could.
Mm-hmm.
But we're excited. And one thing, because the thing is with this year, which this is the big thing for me, I'm happy with everything that we're doing. But the fact that we're all on one floor, everything
Mm-hmm.
is on one floor. You don't got to go anywhere. The only time you got to go downstairs is for panels. You know what I mean? We want to make it really easy.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, we have 145 volunteers this year.
Wow.
So yeah, we have a lot. You know, so it's just, we can't wait for you to experience it, you know, and we cannot thank you enough for, because you could choose all different kinds of events and you chose us, and we cannot thank you enough for that. We appreciate you.
Yeah, thank you for having me. I'm very excited. I've heard so many fun things after last year, and I've seen pictures, and I've had readers begging me to go. So, um, yeah, it seems like a no-brainer to me. I'm very excited. I'm especially excited for the ball, too. Normally, I don't do balls. I just don't. I usually just skip those. But this
Oh, you
one
don't want
seems
to.
like, yeah, this
You
one
don't
seems
want
like
to.
not one to skip. So,
And the cool thing is if you are someone who does get overwhelmed with the loud music, the lights, the everything, the only time you need to be in the ball, if that's who you are, is just for the announcements, because it'll be quiet in there, because we'll be doing announcements like in a thank you speech and all that stuff. But we have the Whisper Lounge, which we also decorated and have stuff going in, which is going to be a more quieter atmosphere for people that get overstimulated. But if you want to go back and forth, like, all right, I could take that ball for a little bit, but then I got to go over here. We
Yeah.
have that. And I'm really excited to see that, because
Me too.
like, I'm such a people person. I'm such an extrovert that even I need a mental break to just like not talk, because I talk all the time.
Yeah. Or if you just don't want to be screaming over everything, you
Yeah.
guys
Yeah.
can go in there and have a nice, calm conversation, you know? So I'm really excited
I-
that we have that this year.
Aiden, thank you so, so, so much for being here. We loved having you. You are a freaking gem.
Well, thank you so much. Yeah, this was really fun, and thank you for having me. And I'm so excited for the signing.
Oh, yay.
Yay.
All right, you guys. So again, thank you to Miss Aiden Pierce. Thank you to my lovely, Miss Gorgeous, Miss Allison. Make sure you guys check out the Dark Collective podcast. We are every other Monday at 9 a.m. Pacific, 12 p.m. Eastern, but we might throw in some little bonus episodes there for you guys. So have a great rest of your day, guys. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.